Left of the box. Well, apparently there was an interview with Chaya Raichik from Taylor Loren, and I've seen clips of it, and it still just ends up flooring me how unspectacular this person is. Like, literally, I get the high school vibes from her, like sitting around in Spare, smoking a joint, talking. Like, she is just so immature for her age that it's hard to believe. I believe, like, what is it? She's over 30 or something. Can somebody check that for me in chat? Yeah. Let's see. Try a right check age. Okay, somebody saying, so the age is not really known from the looks of it. Somebody mentioning that Chaya is 28 years old, but she talks like a 15-year-old high school student. I kid you not. Everything she says in this is what you would expect to hear from a 15-year-old high school student. And so Libs of TikTok creator Chaya Raichik on her recent focus on Oklahoma schools, I was there once. They have, unfortunately, a lot of wokeness in their red state, and I'm trying to help. That's what she says. She's also wearing a t-shirt that's some sort of meme of Taylor Loren, which is, you know, the mature thing to do when you're being interviewed is to wear a t-shirt of the person you dislike right in front of their face and be like, huh? I'm wearing a t-shirt of you while you're interviewing me. Look at this. I invested money in this t-shirt to mock you while you're interviewing me. And Taylor just didn't give a shit. But this is really
How did you get connected with Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, and how many times have you been to that state?
I was there once. They have, unfortunately, a lot of wokeness in their red state, and I'm trying to help.
Yeah, I was there once and a lot of wokeness. Yeah, as I was driving through, there was like this thing in the sky. It was a rainbow. There was a rainbow. Definitely woke there.
How'd you originally how did Oklahoma get on your radar as opposed to some others?
Because I started posting about the stuff going on in schools there, like I do across the country, and then people were very upset that this was happening in their schools.
How did you
Yeah, I started posting because, that's what adults do is that they post when they see things like this and they want attention. And yeah, I just started posting this stuff and people seemed to start retweeting and reposting what I was posting. And then that just made me want to post even more because I want to point out all this wokeness, but I'm not going to be specific as to what wokeness I saw because, I was just passing through, but I could tell it was woke. I could tell it was so woke there. But just don't ask me specifics because, I don't know. It was woke. Tell me I'm wrong with that impression. Really. And Alejandro saying, there's a reason why she's only successful on Twitter. Chaya is incredibly vapid with no original thought at all. Just circular terminal Twitter-brained logic. We get into this clip of Taylor doing a good job interviewing Chaya, but just absolutely you push back on Chaya in even the slightest, and she's in a logic loop that she can't seem to break. Like she can't understand. It's like she knows what Taylor's trying to do, but she can't figure a way out of it.
If you eradicate transgenderism, which I believe you suggested in a post today.
No, I never suggested that.
Oh, okay. You reposted.
Yeah, so about that, Chaya Raichik is now calling to eradicate all trans people. This is blatantly genocidal and an incitement to violence. Libs of TikTok had tweeted out another young innocent girl who destroyed her body because she was sold the lie that changing her gender will make her happy. Incredibly sad. This is what leftism does to you. And there's a picture of a child here with the words over top saying transgenderism must be eradicated. So, in the first 7 seconds of this clip, Chaya is blatantly lying because to acknowledge what she did would make her look really bad.
If you eradicate transgenderism, which I believe you suggested in a post today.
No, I never suggested that.
Oh, okay. You
eradicate
reposted a post that was advocating for that. What would happen to the people that have already medically, socially, completely transitioned and are leading happy lives? What would happen to them? I mean, what's your plan for that? If transgenderism doesn't exist, which it seems like that's what you believe, what happens to all the people living happy lives as trans people?
Well, first of all, the whole trans it's based on a lie. You can't change your gender.
Okay, but
You can express your gender, though, and your gender might not match what people think it should be when you're a child, because trans women are women and they were always female.
So they could go live their life. I mean, I can't tell someone what to do in their house.
sounds like you do want to tell people what to do in their house.
I never said that.
So you're totally okay with people being trans, just not as long as they're in public.
No, I never said that.
No, like people are free to do what they want in their house, but this whole thing, it's like based on a lie. And so they're not allowed to do that, even though, they would be in their own house. But, people are allowed to do what they want in their own home, so long as it's not based on the lies that I believe. That's what I'm trying to say, is that people can live the way they want in their own homes, just so long as I agree with how they're living.
They could. The whole thing is based off of a lie, and I think that this lie cannot be mainstream in our society.
And I know a lot about lying in mainstream social media because I do it all the time.
It's a lie.
And what harm is it causing, do you believe?
I like the truth. I like truth.
Right, but
What kind of answer is that? The question was, what harm is this causing? And Chaya's response is, I like truth. Truth is good. Truth. Truth is an ice cream flavor I like.
But I'm saying, what's the harm of people expressing their gender identity differently than you believe it to be? What harm are they causing?
Like I said, we are a nation of truth, and I seek the truth.
But I'm asking about the harm. What's the harm? You might.
But we're in a country of truth. And when you're in a country of truth, I can't answer questions because if I had to answer it truthfully, then I would look like a cunt.
Might believe it to be false, but what's
The harm is that there's a lie that is very mainstream and is being embedded into every institution.
I guess I'm wondering what the material harm is. Aside from it's maybe something that you disagree with, as in your version of the truth is different than their version of the truth. What is the material harm of them living their life as a woman or man or gender that you don't agree?
Not anything that's wrong is there a material harm necessarily.
So there's no harm.
I didn't say that.
No, I didn't say there was no harm. It's just I like living in this nation of truth. I like truth. And so, there is harm, but I'm not going to tell you what that harm is because, this is a truthful nation we live in. And just so long as people aren't living this lie, because, again, we love the truth here. I want to marry the truth. The truth is so hot. Really, if it was just me and truth, then I wouldn't have to even have this social media presence. No, I didn't say that there was no harm. I'm just not going to tell you what that harm is. Really? Huh. A complete and utter loser. Tell me she's not. Where's the truth? She is 15 years old in a body that, is looking 28, 30. I don't know her age. I'm horrible at guessing people's age. But, she does not have the maturity of an adult. And to prove that, this actually happened.
Thinking, when you think about the way that you put out content, I'm curious kind of how you're thinking, when you think about the way that you put out content and the way that you think about growing your media empire.
Here, this is a blowjob.
Did she just find out what that is?
Media empire.
Here, this is a blowjob.
You're thinking, when you think about the way that you put out content and the way that you think about
So we're talking about putting out content, the content that she's doing about growing your audience.
growing your media empire.
Here, this is a blowjob.
What? I have never done that when I'm being interviewed by somebody to look up a blowjob on my phone and then hold it out to them. Is this her trying to say that this is how she's growing her media empire? It's like, oh, look, a blowjob. This is what I do to grow my media empire. A blowjob. I love that.
I don't know what. I'm curious kind of how you're thinking.
What? Like you just like, I just found out that there's this thing in this very truthful nation. It's called a blowjob. And I have it on my phone because, of course, I carry around porn on my phone like everyone does. And here, look, see? See, I'm showing you porn, even though you didn't ask for it, but I'm showing it. I'm putting it in your face. And I'm showing you this blowjob here that's going to help me grow my media empire. Look at this. I'm putting it in your face. See, this blowjob is in your face. See what I did there? I'm putting this blowjob in your face because I'm mature like that. And, we all live in this truthful nation. And yeah, like transgender people, they were just sold a lie. See, blowjob. See, gotcha again. You looked. I saw you. You looked. I saw you. You looked. This is an adult, I think. A woman, an adult woman, just shoving a picture of a blowjob in somebody else's face during an interview that's, there's cameras. She knows she's being recorded. And she did this. I just... And she gets a job on a school board. She gets paid tons of money. I'm doing all of this wrong. Like, I want a job with a certain organization. So, like, there's a specific place that I would love a job with. So do I just, like, target them with bomb threats, get people to send that in, and maybe dox them a little bit, and then, start sending them pictures of blowjobs? And is that how I get the job? Do I get a job that way? Or do I get called a stalker? As an adult person, if I were to do all that stuff, would I get the job or be called a stalker? Because that's really what Chaya is doing, is she's stalking the LGBTQ plus community. She's making them targets for harassment. She's doxing them. She's stalking them because she has like this obsessive relationship with them, which is, again, coming from somebody who's supposed to be an adult. But it wasn't just that. She was so bad on so many things because she even went to the replacement conspiracy bullshit in the same interview. And as Mehdi Hassan points out, sad to see a Jewish person so obsessed with appeasing her far-right fan base that she's willing to explicitly endorse an anti-Semitic, neo-Nazi, deadly conspiracy theory that led to the biggest massacre of Jews at the Pittsburgh synagogue in modern American history. Yeah, she goes there. She goes there.
There were some months over the past 3 years that there were more illegals coming into our border than children being born in the U.S.
How is she not 15? That sounds like somebody who's 15 years old that just watched Alex Jones. Yeah, like I heard that there are like more illegals coming in this country than there are like people being born. Like that's a lot. That's a big number. Don't ask me for specifics again because I don't know. This is just something I heard.
Is that not, does that not look like they're trying to replace us?
I guess sort of imagine
bringing in
America
a
as
whole new population.
a melting pot. Isn't that sort of what America?
Okay. Taylor definitely has this mask on outside to hide part of her facial reaction to this interview. But I would also want to mask up if I was anywhere near Chaya too, because God knows what she carries. But it's just like she must be laughing her ass off behind that mask. Like, how do you keep a straight face during this?
No, but they're actually bringing in more people than are actually being born.
So I guess it sounds like you sort of do ascribe to this theory of the Great Replacement. How does that make you
I just look at the
feel?
facts and the numbers.
Well, so I mean,
Yeah, I just look at the facts and the numbers. Again, don't ask for specifics.
just let's give a corollary, right? A lot of Jewish people fled, Europe, came over here also as immigrants. And there's a lot of criticism towards Jewish people in those movements, in those far-right movements. So I'm just wondering, as a Jewish woman, sort of how you feel about that and your role in cultivating this fan base that might think of you as a minority or an outsider.
Not all cultures are equal.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Not all cultures are equal. Mm-hmm. Chaya, if that's what you really believe, I hate to break it to you, but Jewish people, they suffer a lot of harassment and abuse and anti-Semitism and threats of violence, and the stuff that you like pushing on other people happens to the Jewish community because there are people out there that believe not all cultures are equal. The people you are sucking up to, Chaya, are the very people that want to see done to you what you inflict on others.
Yeah.
So I know you have a lot of concerns about educational materials and books, library books and things, especially.
They're importing people who want to destroy America.
What? Again, Taylor starts off with, okay, so you've been talking a lot about books. I'm thinking, okay, so this is going to go into like a book banning thing. And then suddenly it's back to, they are importing illegal people. Because, that thought is just catching up in my head again. And it's on repeat. And so I had to say it out loud. Sorry, what were you saying? Oh, right, books. I read one once. Right. And then, there's more illegals coming in the country than there are people being born in like the entire world. More illegals coming into the United States than there are people in like the entire world.
And who come here and do not stand for what America stands for. So, and I think.
And America stands for truth.
And we see it. There's time after time after time after time. They come in, they're destroying our cities, they bring crime with them, and they are bringing them in to replace us. And I think people from various countries, they're all different.
And she is the person that people like Elon Musk will take cues from on Twitter. That you have politicians in the States basing legislation around the bullshit that she passes. This is the serious thinker of the ages. This, philosopher here. Mm-hmm. She's the one that speaks for the masses. Wow. And then to top this all off, this is just, she had this interview. She knew it was being recorded. No doubt about it. She can see the cameras. And it didn't stop her from crying. Of course, Taylor Lorenz did the scummiest move possible and released the interview when she knew I would be offline for 24 hours. Uh-huh. I can't like respond to everyone, even though it's like I know the words I said. So I could have said something, I could have posted something, I could have been prepared. But no, she released it when I was like totally away from my phone because, there are times that I'm away from my phone for 24 hours when I'm grounded and I'm told to go to my room and I'm not allowed to have my phone. But yeah, no, she posted it while I was grounded. Mwah. What a complaint. Again, this is an adult. An adult. And just again to show the long pattern that Chaya tries to, claim doesn't happen, that she's not at fault for people being targeted with hate. From Ellie, someone mailed a swastika to my home after Chaya Raichik posted about my HRT sharing network. I received hundreds of death threats, and her followers even contacted my university professors to harass me. It's been 2 years, and I'm still threatened via her posts. She knows what she's doing. Chaya had tweeted out, Ellie admits in a damning tweet that she's still operating the drug trafficking operation, which I busted a few months ago. She admits that she will continue sending drugs to minors, even in states where it's banned. And she was, quote, tweeting Ellie saying, I ordered 4 times more estrogen and testosterone blockers than I actually take. You should too. Several states have now banned trans medicine for minors, but we won't let a single young person go without medication. We'll provide care ourselves if youth can't access formal medication. It's sad that this is the lengths that people had to go to just to get proper medical care. And yet Chaya is mocking that. But, some people look at what's happening and, sometimes you just want to vent. You want to see bad things happen to bad people. Someone bought ChayaRaichik.com net and is now using it to criticize her. I am responsible at ChayaRaichik.net. Welcome to my upcoming truthful website, ChayaRaichik.net. Over these next couple of weeks, this website is being built to the place to get everything you need to know about me and how do my rhetoric not only where the bomb threats, but a precious life was lost. Did I mention the head of the schools where I inspired the bomb threats hired me? I have no educational background, but he was super impressed by my rhetoric and the blowjob I showed him on my phone. I hate what scares me. This is the person. Hello, I'm the one who purchased the domain for Chaya Raichik 10, and I'm currently building her website. And this is Toby Morton, apparently a former writer for South Park. After many warnings advising me not to move forward, I've decided to release a new page every other day until the full website is finished. Tonight, please enjoy the About Me section and get to know the insufferable Chaya. Much more to come. Love it. Love it.